Okay, so we have negative 3.2 to the power of 2. If you're multiplying a negative times a negative, what's the result? Positive. What's 3.2 times 3.2? 3.2 times 3.2 is 10.24, and it's a positive. And most of you did this correctly. We have negative 2 times negative 6.3 to the power of 3. You had to do this first, which is what people did. That was good. So it's negative 2, but now the result of negative 6.3 to the power of 3, if I'm multiplying negative 6.3 by itself 3 times, my answer should be positive or negative? Negative. What's 6.5 to the power of 3? Okay, so it's negative 274.625. Now we have our 10.24. And now we need to take negative 2 and multiply it by negative. Okay, this is one way you could do this. What's negative 2 times a negative 274.625? Is my answer going to be negative or positive? Positive. What's 274.625 times 2? 549.25. How many of you had this as your next line? Okay, now when we add the two together, we get 559.49. That should have been your final answer. Okay, so in this question we have negative 2 2/3 plus negative 1 3/4, take away 5/6, all of that to the power of 2. So we have our brackets, and you did this correctly. You all simplified inside the bracket first. What's the operation inside the bracket? Yeah. Well, inside we have subtraction. Good. Now, when we're subtracting fractions, we need to find a common denominator. So that was the first step. So we have negative 2 2/3. We'll leave that for now. Plus, let's rewrite this as an improper fraction. What's negative 1 3/4 as an improper fraction? 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3, 7. So it's going to be negative 7 over 4. Take away 5 over 6. And it's all of that to the power of 2. Okay, so let's do a common denominator of 12. What do I have to multiply the first fraction by? 4 times what gives me 12? 3, so I have to multiply this by 3. Then 6 times 2 times 2, okay? So let's rewrite this again. Negative 7 times 3? Negative 21 over 12. Take away 10 over 12. What's negative 21 take away 10? Some of you just messed up on your addition and subtraction of integers. Yes. Negative 31. So again, I'm going to keep this. Plus negative 31 over 12 to the power of 2. So all we've done now is we've simplified the first operation, which was inside our bracket. Now you have to simplify this negative 31 over 12 to the power of 2. So what that means is negative 31 over 12 times negative 31 over 12, right? We're doing everything inside the bracket to the power of 2. So negative 31 times negative 31, and we have to multiply 12 times 12. Okay? Okay, so what is negative 31 times negative 31? Negative times a negative is positive. Positive what? 961. And what's 12 times 12? 144. Okay, now it was okay if you turn this into an improper fraction earlier on. That's fine. I'm just leaving it till now. We're adding fractions, so we need a common denominator again. So I'm going to turn negative 2 2/3 into an improper fraction. What does it become? All of you got this right? Negative 8 over 3. So I'm taking negative 8 over 3 and adding it to 961 over 144. What is the common denominator of 3 and 144? Okay, so common denominator is 144. If I multiply this by 48, I'll get 144. So you need to multiply the numerator by 48. What's 48? Negative 8 times 48, yes?
384.
Negative 384 plus 961 over 144. You have to make sure you're adding the negative. Negative 384 plus 961. Some of you messed up on the final step because you did not include the negative. What's negative 384 plus 961? Yes?
577.
500 and 577? Is that what you got? Over 144? How many times does 144 go into 577? 4 times with 1 left over. So that should have been your final answer.